Yo, what's good everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today's gonna be a bit different of a video. I got this chill type of lo-fi type beat that I just made, and I'm gonna be breaking it down for you guys. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so the first thing we have here in this beat is the actual sample of the beat. So I'm gonna play you guys the sample alone. Alright, so all it is I got here this sample from this Wavy Beats free loop kit. It's called Numb, and then all I did was I pitched it up 12 semitones, and then I added a parametric EQ to take out a lot of the high end, a bit of the mid, and a bit of the low end. Then I added a Valhalla verb on 42% mix. I jacked up the high frequency rate. I turned down the size a bit. I turned up the rate a bit, and then I jacked up the high cut as well. And then I added a halftime. So for the halftime, I added a 1-bar loop and a 2-time mode. And then the final thing that I added on the sample was a fruity limiter, and all I did was I went to this little loudness tab over here on the limit tab, and then I turned down the saturation a lot. I ever so slightly messed with the ceiling knob, and then I turned down the gain a bit as well. Alright, so for the rest of the sample, I added 2 rim shots to go with the melody, and then this is how the rim shots play alone. So basically, I just added these to add a bit of a rhythm to the melody at the beginning for the sample. And then the first one just plays out like this. So all I did for that one was I added a parametric EQ to take out some of the highs and some of the lows. And then I added a reverb, and I just turned up the wet a bit, turned down the dry, and I turned up the size all the way up. And then for the other one, it plays like this. And then all I did for this one was the same as the other one. I just added a parametric EQ, and then that's it for the entire sample, and this is how it plays out together. I also forgot to mention that what I did to these is that I just rendered them out. So what I did is that I clicked this little button down here for all 3 of these, and then I went to this drop down menu, and I went to disk recording, and then render to WAV files. And what that'll do is that it's just gonna render it out completely for you. So that's how I got this 3 samples over here for completely rendered out. So now, since we got done with the sample, we're gonna move along to the drums. And all I did for the drums was I added a hi-hat, a clap, a snare, and an 808. So only 4 sounds, and the hi-hat pattern is very simple, and this is how it goes. Alright, so the hi-hat itself is from Tri-Freeze's ATL Culture drum kit. You can find it in the hi-hats here, and it's the first one, the best ATL hat. So all I did for it was I'm in 1/3 step. So you want to go to snap over here. You want to go to the drop down menu. You want to go to snap, and then you're gonna go to 1/3 step. So then what I did here is that I just added 1 and then a 2/3. But what I did for this second one right here is that I cut it, and I did a little roll. If you don't know how to do that in FL Studios, you press E, or you just click here on this little square thing. It's a highlighter. You're going to click on the note, and then you press Alt U to get out, and then you can mess out with this time multiplier knob, which will determine how much you'll roll. So for this one, I don't want to roll anything right now, so I'm just going to accept it like that. But that's basically how I rolled it over here. I cut it in half, then I put another one here. I gave it a bit of space, and I came back on 1, 2, 3. So on the second one again, I rolled it, but this time instead of cutting it in half, I put it in fourths, and then just 2, 3, and then 1, 2, and then the same thing. So it's what you want to do for your hi-hat patterns is keep it simple, but keep it a bit spacey, and then you kind of just copy and paste it throughout the rest of the sample. Now for the clap, extremely simple. Here I just have it playing on this beat over here. So all it is hitting on the 2 and then right before the 3 right here, and then I just copy and pasted that throughout the rest of the track. Then moving on to the snare, also very simple. So same thing, I hit it right here, and then 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. So what I did here is I kind of just made it very repetitive, and for some things I added minor little switch ups just so that the audience wouldn't get bored. But really, when you're creating a rhythm, you want it to be very simple and very repetitive, and then you make minor switch ups at the end. So then for the final thing in this beat, I have of course the 808, and this 808 is again from Tri-Freeze's ATL drum kit, culture drum kit, and then I got it here in the 808s, and it's the Clarity 808. I like this 808 a lot, very crunchy, very hard hitting. So I just played it on the root notes of the sample, and then this is the 808 by itself. So all it is here is I'm kind of making it kind of spacious, but also going with the groove along with how I think the rhythm sounds best with the entire sample and all the drums. So I over here 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then I added a 3, but I rolled it in fourths, and then I kind of faded it in, and I went from the bottom up to the top here. Then 1, 2, 3. So if you see, everything is in kind of this 1, 2, 3 pattern that I did for the entire sample, and then all the drums together will sound like this. And then here with the rim shots, it sounds like this. So if you guys did get anything from this tutorial, I'd greatly appreciate it if you guys dropped a like and sub. And if you guys do want to support me any further, I'll put my IG down in the description @TheRealLonely. And with all that said, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.